Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Palmisano here. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're keeping this guitar in your hands. We just lost one of the giants, one of the greatest phrasers and just spiciest, just erratic players that ever lived, David Lindley. Now, I was turned on to David by my great friend and one of the greatest guitar players I've ever had the privilege of knowing in my life, friend of the channel for a long time, Noah Ang. We went to GIT together. And I remember him playing this track just being blown away with how many different vibes and sounds that David could always coax out of his instruments. His whole different array, this barrage of instruments. And Noah texted me just a minute ago. I was asking him which track to do. He sent me this. And he's just like, yeah, I love this and I love that. But he would bring all these instruments on stage and just kind of like noodle around and warm up for like 4 minutes each before going into a song. So do Mercury Blues. So I obviously have heard this song before. I don't believe I've ever learned it. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's a 1-4-5. And I don't think I've seen this video. So this should be ice cold. So David Lindley, we love you. We miss you. And this is for you. Let's see what we get. Love the drums. F. Just 8 notes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Backbeats on the guitar. Yeah, he's doing it too. Nah, we gotta get that done. As he go, I think he's just going from 6 to the flat 7 and not making it to the root, which would be a very Ang thing to do. But it's a slide, so he's pushing it. But point is, 6, flat 7, pushing towards the root, 5th root, but so slippery. How his fingers go. Oh yeah. So you got a 6 minor, 5, 1. So you got 1. 4. 1, 6, 5, right back to 1. Let's keep going.
The girl I love, I stole her from my band. He got lucky, stole her back again. Cause he knew he had a Mercury. He knew he had a Mercury. When girl I buy me a Mercury, I put her up and down the door.
Yeah. I love that on the 4. So you got pattern 2, F minor. So starting from the root. 5, 4, flat 3, root. Now again, he's doing the slide, so it's so slippery and clean. Doesn't sound all fretted out like this, but just that feel of it. It's so confident, it's so fast, it's so like ahead of the beat. You know, it's such a slippery little line. Just such strong playing. What the hell did he do there? All the way up to the C up there. It's just these big F minor pentatonic jumps, right? Even though I don't play slide, it's so fun to just restrict yourself to a string or two and think up and down like a voice. So 1, flat 3, 4, 5. So you don't get that sound, but just thinking up and down melody-wise, and all those little nuances in the in-between notes that, yeah, you're fretting it, so you kind of jump over, but just a little, that like little pushes. That's where it is. Again, over the 4 chord, right? I'm still talking in terms of the tonic. F, flat 3, 2, 1. Love that little motif. So simple, but bringing the 9 in there. Right? Hitting that 5th and root of D, 5th and root of C, and then all the way down to. So such a at least for this track, such a key-centered soloist. Just unapologetic blues player. Slippery, confident, searing those single note lines. Just easily connecting all the chord shapes. It's so fluid. It's so vocal. Just, again, such a strong player. Very hard to replicate with the frets. But try to think in terms of a voice and a slide and limit yourself to a string or two and just think up and down, up and down.
He looks so fine, right in Mercury 49. I'm really about a Mercury. I'm really about
Love this little drum fill.
My baby's running out, she didn't stay along. He brought us up a Mercury, got my good in home. I'm really about a Mercury. I'm really about a Mercury. I'm gonna buy me a Mercury. I'm good up and down the road.
That was so bitchin'. We're watching that again. All right, coming in with the big slide. Big slide. right to that 4 chord, right? And going that, but still keeping it key centered. He's repeating so many of the same motifs and little grabs from the first solo, right? That's saying, remember that part? And then all those little classic little things, he introduces it, and then as he brings it back and reintroduces it again, he adds just a little something extra, you know, just change it up a shade. But your ear has already heard it before. It sounds appropriate. It's expected. You know what I mean? It sounds familiar. That's just one thing that great blues players do really, really well, is they can take the same little pieces, whether it's a 1, yeah, whether it's a 4, yeah, but then reintroduce it and just change it just a little bit so you feel like you're on the journey, but it also sounds familiar, right? So like they're not stock licks, but they're similar approaches, if you will. Love that. So like this part, he goes da 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 da, and then as the second part, it's the same motif, but it goes down. It's like, right? Watch. Right. Right? So it's like, so that first part you went up, and the second part you went down. Just freaking love this guy. And little runs like that. And watch. Going up to the 5, right? He teases it. Right? Because that's where the chord goes. And then. I'm getting turned around. See, look, sometimes you can turn around on the fretboard. So it goes to the 4 there. 6, 5, 4. Right? So now back to the 1. What a fun, spicy band that is, too. Everybody was so loose, tanking all kinds of liberties, throwing all kinds of different rhythm parts in there, all the little like the reggae-inspired offbeats. I always love that about David's band, like the El Rayo X, like such reggae stuff that was always in there, too. So that's it. Key takeaways here. You know, it's a blues in F. You got the driving 8th bass the whole time. It does have a 6 minor chord, 5. Watch out for the descending part that goes to the 4 at the end. That big walk up to the 4, you know, after the lead. I don't play slide. I don't play, you know, lap steel or whatever. But this is key-centered soloing. This is key-centered blues approach. So, you know, F minor all day. But it's really about these little right? Where you're mimicking the vocal melody, and there's these little parts that will get stuck in your ear, and just bringing them back, changing them a little bit, but bringing them back, and we're just hammering the listener into submission until they just can't get it out of their head. Flat 7-1, flat 7-1, right? Over and over again. And then just all those little things on guitar, those little hooks to give your ear a tune. Just a couple little notes that you keep bringing back, and that's how you get the song stuck in your head. And as far as his sound, it's so greasy and slick, but also like chimey and bright and metallic. I just have no idea how he does that with his hands. But anyhow, rest in peace, David. You will be sorely missed by so many. I saw so many great tributes online, and I don't know. Might have to get a lap steel or pedal steel. Might have to figure out some of these licks. That's it. I love you all. Have a great day. If you dig the vibe of this channel, I hope you'll hit subscribe. It's in the bottom right-hand corner of your little YouTube thing if you don't know it's there. It really helps me because it will send you my next videos. And if you dig kind of learning about the theory behind these tunes and how to solo and how to approach it, and you'd like an actual formula to learn this stuff and not just the blunt force trauma where I throw it at you in these React videos, hit the first link in the description. It's called GuitarGate. You get all my lessons, all my courses, an amazing community. It's my life's work, and I'd love to have you. I'd love to be one of your online teachers. That's it, my friends. Take care, and if you do nothing else, keep this guitar in your hands and just get a little bit better each day. I'm doing it. Do it with me. Cheers. Oh, yeah.